Bonjour, howdy, guten tag, konnichiwa, ni hao, whatever it is, wherever you are. Welcome back, Fraghorns. I'm Miles, and this is Aromas by Miles, and thanks for joining me on this slow dance around the world. I appreciate you joining me today. We've got a great lineup of discovery sets. We're going to continue with that today. Today what we're talking about is the famous Parisian house, Memo Paris. Mostly known for a shit ton of leather fragrances that have all kinds of slants and different names. It comes in this paper bag sort of thing, and then they come in these little deals inside this with the samples with the names on them. It's kind of a pain in the patootie to get these things out, but I've pulled most of these out for you so we can move along a little quick. This is going to be maybe a long video, I'm not sure. But as you guys remember, let me know in the comments which one of these you think I ought to buy, and I'm going to do a full bottle. I actually don't own any of these Memo Paris fragrances, so whatever you pick for me is what I'm going to buy, and I'm excited about getting one, especially one that you guys have chosen for me. So anyway, we're going to sample these as we go along. I'm probably going to just spray them into the air because the strips and everything get all over the place. You guys know I'm a one-man band, so if the power goes out or if the lights explode or if something quits, the batteries die, I'm in deep shit. So anyway, Geronimo, let's jump in. The first one I want to get to you is the Tiger's Nest. And Tiger's Nest opens with a little bit of mystery to it. It's got some depth. There's incense that rises up pretty much immediately. Smoky, kind of reminds me of something you would get in a temple somewhere. It's spiritual, it's a little meditative, but there's a touch of aldehydes in the mid that give it a little bit of brightness, kind of like a light breaking through a mist. The heart notes are saffron and absinthe, which is a little bit different, and they kind of weave into the dry down. There's also some amber in it. The richness comes in through that amber, and there's a little bit of a ylang-ylang that kind of softens it a little bit with a floral note. I think it's a great fragrance. I really like it. It kind of blends things around. Again, you get that temple mountain kind of feel, at least in the mids. The base is deeper, it's resinous. It's got papyrus and vanilla. It kind of create a contrast. The dry woods smooth out a little bit with the sweetness, I think. You know, it moves into a different level there. There's a quiet leather accord that's in the background, kind of grounds the scent a little bit. I think this fragrance is a fragrance of contrast. Smoke, dark, it's a little bit serene, but you know, kind of that wet temple feel. It's like walking through a monastery at dawn. It's a little spiritual, enigmatic maybe. And it is powerful. It's a pretty powerful scent. It's got excellent longevity, steady projection. You know, it doesn't blast out there, but it kind of radiates its presence. And I think it's one of those fragrances that you could wear in a whole bunch of situations. I think it's very versatile. I think it's perfect for autumn and winter. Best, I'm sure, in the evenings, kind of moments of reflection, if you will. Not a bad fragrance for a date, I think. You know, again, I get that meditative, that mysterious feel to it that would be a great evening date night scent. If I had to give it 3 words, I'd say smoky, sacred, and enigmatic. If that makes sense. So I think it's a great fragrance. I don't think it's a blind buy, but I would certainly give it a shot. Okay, let's go. Let's dig through the next one here. And the next one is Madeira, Maduria, maybe. Let's try that. Madeira opens with a bright citrus burst. It's mandarin bergamot in the opening. That brings it a kind of a fresh scent. It's a little bit uplifting. I think it's kind of zesty, kind of that lemon zest sort of bang that comes out from the bergamot. The heart notes are jasmine. It's got some jasmine sambac actually. And it's an amazing scent. I'm just going to see if I can spray it out in the air here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The heart, yeah, that jasmine sambac really pops out. It's lush, floral. It's got a little bit of tuberose and some green narcissus in it. If you've ever been to India, you know the temples are covered in flowers, and sometimes they've been there for a while, and those garlands of flowers kind of have that creamy tuberose kind of scent. The base, it dries down soft sandalwood, kind of milky and creamy and grounding. There's some cloves in it that add a little bit of spice and warm spice to it. The vanilla smooths out everything, you know, with kind of a gentle sweetness. If Madhurya was a flower, I think it'd be that tuberose or a white floral with some spice. It feels elegant, spiritual. Again, it's that serene kind of feeling. You know, jasmine is such an important flower in India. It's kind of like this would be that. If you had to give a name or a fragrance to a style of Indian city, this would be it. This India's city of jasmine, if you want. It's got strong longevity at the start, and then it softens and kind of warms up and dies out slowly. It's moderate to long lasting. It's got good projection. I don't think it's ever overpowering. It'd certainly be better for spring, maybe summer days. Beautiful in the evening. It's elegant, kind of reflective. It's a fragrance maybe for special occasions, for those meditative moments, maybe when you're by yourself, walking down the beach in the evening, that sort of thing. It's a fragrance I wouldn't blind buy it again, but I might get a decant from a Memo Paris and see how it wears on your skin. It didn't hold up that well on my skin, but I'm in a hotter climate than a lot of people, so you have to keep that in mind with just about everything that I'm telling you here. My environment is much hotter than what most of you out there may live in. If I had to sum it up in 3 words, I'd say radiant, spicy floral, and you know, I'll use the word sacred, but it's more meditative and mellow. I think it's something that is unisex leaning. I think it's maybe straight in the unisex thing there. I think you probably wouldn't be disappointed if you gave that a shot. So anyway, let's move on to the next one. We've got a lot to talk about here. And the next one I want to talk about is, here it is, Iberian leather. Now, Iberian leather begins, it's a bold blast of fresh bergamot and coriander that pop out at the top. It's bright, sharp, aromatic, which kind of surprises me because the leather doesn't come in just yet. But the core is just a symphony of leather. There are green notes, some galbanum, some geranium. There's an iris that kind of give it a little bit of depth. Floral touches kind of pop in there and add a little bit of elegance to that heavy saddle-like leather scent. I'm going to blast this into the sky here. I've got some in my eye. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's an interesting fragrance. It's got a powerful base. It's grounded. There's some oud, cedarwood, sandalwood that kind of creates some warmth to it. And you know, at the end of it, I can pick up a little bit of patchouli and some vetiver that kind of bring it down to more of an earthy sort of nuance. And you know, there's a little bit of tonka in it, but I don't think the tonka comes out. It's certainly not a sweet fragrance. But I think it's interesting. It's not just a leather fragrance. That's what's interesting about this one. It's got some other things to it. It's kind of leather with a soul, if you will. Dark green, resinous, but it's hard to pick those out because they're very well blended. Obviously, the ingredients are top quality. Kind of captures that spirit of Spain, the Iberian Peninsula. It's kind of majestic, if you could give that throw that out there. It's majestic Spanish traditional kind of scent. You can expect a beastly performance with this one, like you can with a lot of leathers. It's very long lasting. It's got strong projection. The fragrance will make itself known. In a room, the fragrance will make itself known. Obviously, because it is a leather fragrance, it's better for autumn and winter evenings. I think it'd go well with a formal occasion if you wanted to try it there. However, any place you want to make a bold statement, I think this Iberian leather would be the one for you. 3 words on this one would be majestic. It's rugged. Leather is almost always timeless, so I think I'd add a timeless in there to my 3-word definition. Again, another scent that you probably should try and test before you go out too far and spend too much money on it, but this is one that you might want to add to your collection. All right, how about another leather fragrance, if I can find it here. These things are a little bit different here. Okay, here we go. This one is Moroccan leather, and this Moroccan leather opens up with, it's got a rush of freshness to it. There's green galbanum in it, some spicy ginger, a little bit of fruit, and some citrus at the top. It's crisp, it's bright, it's kind of alive. The heart notes are, it's kind of a bouquet of flowers. It's orange blossom, it's got some blending with ylang ylang. It's powdery a little bit, floral, but it's smooth. It softens. It's kind of it's got a softening of that sharp green opening that it had. Base notes, that's where the leather comes in. You're going to get the leather. There's cedarwood, vetiver that kind of add to that woody feel to it. And there's some tonka in it that actually pops up after the dry down a little bit, and it brings out some of the musk and the warmth. It's an elegant fragrance. I think it's well blended. Certainly ingredients, again, are top notch, like all of them are for Memo Paris. Let's see, what would I call it? I'd say it's leather dressed in white, if that's possible. It's clean, floral, airy. It's not heavy or dark. It's not that dark saddle leather. Feels like it's light. It's got a little bit of Moroccan wind to it that kind of wafts along. If you've ever been to Marrakesh or Fez or any of those places, you would know the kind of smell I'm talking about. Longevity, it's got good longevity, moderate projection. It's present, but it's not overwhelming, I guess is the best way to say it. It's certainly a second skin kind of elegance, if that makes sense. I think it's best for spring and summer. It's definitely not a Texas summer kind of fragrance. It's daytime, a little sophisticated. You could probably get away with wearing it evenings, outdoors. When you want kind of an understated style, I think, Moroccan leather would, I could sum it up in 3 words. I'd say elegant, airy, and refined. The next scent, which I think we've all heard about, it's gotten a lot of hype over the years, is African leather. Now, African leather is a little bit different than these other leather ones we've thrown out there already. It bursts with these vibrant spices. That's the first hit you get when you spray it on. And that might be a little off-putting to some people, but it's not to me. It's cardamom, saffron, cumin. They kind of blast out. It's almost got that. It's warm, exotic. It's a bold kind of an opening that you're either going to love or you're going to hate. Let me get this thing pulled out here. Okay, I'm going to blast this one out if I can keep from spraying myself in the eye. There we go. Okay, cover your eyes, folks. God, I blasted it right into my face. So, okay, that's the opening. The heart notes they're a little smoother. It's a smoother leather. Again, it's not that heavy saddle leather. It's got some patchouli and geranium in it, so it kind of tones that leather down. There's a little bit of floral touch to it. Not a lot, but a little bit. It's kind of white spices that kind of stay out there and don't really die down through the dry down. The base is deep. It's resinous. It's got vetiver, some oud, and kind of a smoky aspect to it. I'm not sure where that comes from really, but it's smoky. The musk kind of rounds it out. It's animalic, but it's a warm animalic. It's not that skanky kind of animalistic kind of stuff. If you've been to Africa, it's kind of an African savanna kind of a smell. Maybe there's a little bit of animal caca in it. It does come out. It's wild, powerful. I would say this would be maybe an adventurous fragrance. I think of it as leather kind of wrapped up in spices, because it's, again, not that heavy, dense, dark kind of leather that you get with some of those other fragrances, especially Middle Eastern fragrances. It's got great longevity, as like I said, as most of the leathers do. Strong projection, it's bold. I think it's probably the boldest fragrance in the Memo Paris line. And again, it commands presence. You're going to wear it into a room, and people are going to know you're there. August, winter, it's perfect for evenings, I think, nights out, or whenever you want to wear something intense and bold. Again, by intensity, I don't mean it's an intense leather. I mean it's a well-rounded, well-mixed and blended fragrance. So people are gonna know you're definitely in the room. 3 words on this one would be spicy, wild, adventurous, magnetic. I guess that's 4 words. So take one of those out, whichever one you want. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is another Memo Paris leather fragrance, which they've got a shit ton of them. This one's Sicilian leather. And Sicilian leather is a little different than the other ones. It opens with a burst of kind of Mediterranean spices, and it's bright and more airy than some of the others. It's lemon, bitter orange, mandarin orange. They kind of pop out with that juicy freshness at the start. It's a lively citrus breeze, that kind of runs through the summer, that sort of a thing. The heart notes are, let me get this out. The heart notes are citrus, again, more citrus. It kind of softens into an aromatic kind of depth. Green notes are thyme, cardamom, kind of add some spice to it, a little bit of the energy. And then after that, the leather begins to come up. But it's subtle. It's not in your face. It's refined, but it kind of takes over. It kind of moves through the fragrance. The base notes are warm. There's a lot of warmth to it. There's some gaiac wood, a little bit of cedar. Give it a smoky kind of a richness. Like there's a little bit of, again, there's smoke in a lot of these leather fragrances for Memo. And also pick up some tonka bean, a little bit of white musk, but it's not animalic at all. It's a fresh, sensual kind of a musk that I think is pretty sexy. They call this leather that's kissed by the sun. It's fresh and sparkling, and it's got those Mediterranean spices in it, which is such a part of their life, right? So it makes perfect sense that's how this would come across. It's balanced, sophisticated, and it's elegant. Again, ingredients are incredible, like all of them. Longevity and projection. Longevity is good. The projection is kind of almost a skin scent. It doesn't pop out there very far, but it shines in the opening and settles into kind of a warm thing that embraces your body. I think it's perfect for spring and summer. Again, it's not a nuclear heat kind of a thing, but you could wear it during the day as long as it doesn't get too hot. I see it outside in the evening, walking along the beach, that sort of thing. Impressions, bright, lively. I think, again, the quality is perfect. I think it's refined. So I wouldn't hesitate to recommend that fragrance again during the summer. They say it's unisex, and I think, yeah, it is. I don't think it leans feminine or masculine, so I think you could pull it off. All right, let's see. I got one more here. Maybe I got one more. Let's see, where is it? Another leather fragrance. Here we go. This one is going to be, you guessed it, French leather. Who knew that you could have that many leather fragrances? But anyway. French leather opens up with, it's another kind of sparkling freshie. It's got lime, pink pepper, kind of brings some brightness, but a little bit of spice to the opening. It's crisp. This one, to me, comes off, kind of bangs up your nose quickly. It's lively, but you can tell it's instantly, what's the word, elegant or well-made, high quality. The heart is where you get a bunch of florals. The rose kind of takes center stage. It's not that damp, deep rose, but it's delicate. It's kind of powdery. And then you pick up a little bit of juniper, some clary sage. That adds to the greenness, and then it turns a little bit aromatic. In the dry down. The base is smooth, refined. I really like it. It's that suede kind of leather, which is again, different than the other ones. It blends with, there's some cedar wood in there, so it blends in with the cedar wood, makes that suede and cedar wood toned down a little bit. Musk and vetiver are in there as well, and they soften it, I think, a little bit, warm it up. Again, a very sophisticated scent. I think this is one that you will also like. I like all the leathers from Memo Paris, and there's actually some more that aren't in the set that I would suggest you try. But this leather has kind of a Parisian accent to it. It's not heavy leather, again, not saddle leather, but it's more of a fresh, floral, French chic kind of a deal. It's just casual leather in a bottle, casual elegance in a bottle, whatever you want to call it. But unfortunately, it doesn't have the best longevity, and its projection is pretty close to the skin. And it's noticeable, but you have to be pretty close to the skin to be able to get a good feel for it, or to get a good whiff of it. Again, perfect for spring and summer. It's a scent, I think, that's very versatile. It's unisex, maybe leaning a little masculine, just maybe because of the leather notes. It's a daytime wear. I could see you walking down the street in Paris or wherever, wearing it with some, it's kind of understated sophistication. My 3 words for this one would be fresh, floral, uppity, as we'd say in Texas, or the other word for that, of course, is chic. But yeah, I think this fragrance would be worth adding to your collection if you had that opportunity. So anyway, this is Memo Paris. Again, there's 4 leather fragrances. They come in all these little deals in this little sack thing here. And I paid, what did I pay for it? I think I paid under $100. No, I think I paid $120 for the discounter. So from the discounter. So that's Memo Paris. It's a great house. As you know, it's some of its African leather is one of the most high leather fragrances out there. But they've got some interesting other things in their collection, and I think it's worth trying to see, experiment a little bit more with it, get a bigger decant than the 2 ml that you get in the sample set, although the sample set's very good. I would be happy with any of these fragrances, so if you guys stick me for any of these, I'd be more than happy to spring for a bottle. So anyway, that's Memo Paris. Thanks for joining me. I know you have a lot of choices out there, sort of like they say in the airlines, to look at. So I appreciate you guys joining me on my slow dance around the world. And if you'd like and subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it, because as all of you know by now, anything good that comes from the channel goes directly to Medic Outpost nonprofit that supports first responders and healthcare workers around the world. So it's a good cause, and I'm not quite up to 10 subscribers yet. So that's my goal for the at the end of this video. I hope I can get 10 subscribers. Thank you. Take care. I hope everyone's safe out there, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in to Aromas by Miles. As most of you know, this channel is really dedicated to supporting the Medic Outpost nonprofit, which is a small nonprofit that supports healthcare workers and first responders in remote areas around the world. Anything that comes from this channel is going to go directly to that. So I hope you try and help me expose this wonderful charity and everything they do, and continue to watch Aromas by Miles. Thank you.